All right, guys. Michael Burry's 13F has come out. The 13F is whenever an investment company has over X, I think it's over $100 million. They have to report every quarter what their assets are, what their holdings are over whatever it is. So his came out and I saw it and I was actually kind of surprised and happy about a few things. So let's just pull it right up. And remember, guys, don't follow Burry and do exactly what he does because this is from March 31st. It is now May 15th. That's 6 weeks ago. Yeah. A lot could have changed since then.
Yeah, like First Republic, PacWest.
So that's interesting. Now, first off, as a BABA holder, I'm pretty pleased about this. Mm-hmm. He's got 10% of his portfolio in BABA, 10% in JD. Look at this one, Mo. Remember when I wanted Signet at 13 and somebody talked me out of it?
Yep.
Of course, everything is 2020 in hindsight. And I go, son of a... But Signet's right down the road from us. I love the balance sheet. During COVID, it got to like 11 or 12 bucks, I think. And I was just like, I didn't pull the trigger. NYCB, I've had a loan from them. This one blew my mind.
Yeah,
Zoom Communications.
This one gets me.
I have a question. I have a theory.
Yeah.
Michael Burry and Cathie Wood are having an affair. And she just keeps repeating in his ears as they sleep at night. Pillow talk is Zoom Communications. Zoom Communications. You heard it here first, folks. And for those who want to sue me, if Michael Burry or Cathie Wood want to sue me for defamation, I'm just kidding. That is not happening. I have no idea what's going on in their bedroom. Capital One Financial. Don't even know what the next one is. Don't know the next one. Cigna. Wells Fargo. Now, here's some interesting ones. Insurance. So first off, Geo, the prison group, he decreased his holding by 62%. Oh, and by the way, guys, he doubled his holding of BABA. Doubled his holding of BABA. But look at these ones at the bottom. PacWest and First Republic. PacWest, he bought, his basis was $9.73, but he owned it at March 31st. It's currently at like $4 a share.
$5 basically.
$5 a share.
And First Republic.
I thought today, I'm like, should I just ride his coattail and just buy some? It's at half the price he bought, that he reported at that date. But I'm sticking to my decisions, which is if I don't understand banks, I'm not buying them, unless it's somebody very close to me who understands banks that tells me to go buy a bank. Michael Burry and I are not homies. We have not talked in a long time. But isn't PacWest lower than it was during the 2008 financial crisis?
Let's see. Let's go back.
The lowest low. Yeah. Keep going. Lower. 970. Oh, yeah. It's half the price of what it was. So if you think PacWest is going to stick around and probably do okay from here, why wouldn't you buy? Maybe that's his whole play. Mm-hmm. Part of me just wants to put money. Stick to your rules, Paul. Look at the price to sales ratio. Less than 1. Man. All right. So this is Michael Burry's portfolio. Now remember, Michael Burry is not a Warren Buffett type investor. Michael Burry is an investor like Warren Buffett was when he first started. Go find undervalued assets, buy them when they hit their price. He sells them for other things. Okay. He's done a lot of, look at this. He reduced here and he reduced here. Big time on Geo. Geo was a big holding for him for a while. What did he buy that at? $4 maybe?
Yeah, it was right after the dividend trap came out. Let's see.
So that'd be an interesting thing to find out about Michael Burry's Geo Group, because this is a company that was requested of us to do, and I just felt like, it's such a big dividend. Like, is it safe? And he liked it. He liked it.
Q4 of 2020 is what Stock Circle says. So let's go.
So go to Geo.
Quarter of 2020.
Geo.
$9 and lower.
Yeah. So maybe he didn't do so hot.
$9 maybe.
Maybe he bought along the way still in early 2022. Who knows? That's when he started it.
$8.48 right now. Got to a high in that time of, I don't know.
10, 11 bucks?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
11 bucks. All right. So guys, remember, a good value investor is not going to be right all the time. Does this make me feel good? Don't get me wrong. Of course it does. Makes me feel really good about Michael Burry, about my holding in BABA. And that's right. But guess what? I'm not buying JD. I'm not buying Signet because I'm not buying any of these names because he has it. It just makes me go, okay, cool. He sees something in BABA that hopefully I see. And we have some sort of correct, just like Munger, even though he said it was his worst mistake he made because he thought it was more of a tech company than it was, but he still has his shares. Yeah. He still has half his shares because he sold some for tax loss harvesting. So guys, when looking at a 13F, it's a really great way to get an understanding and get an idea of where you are versus others. Like I don't think Michael Burry has been criticizing the hype stocks, Tesla, all these other companies for a very, very. He even was short Apple at one point.
Yeah,
remember
he
that?
was. I remember. That was like the last 13F that he put out, I think.
The last one?
Wasn't it? It was
I thought it was
recent.
last year. I thought it was a year ago.
I thought it was pretty recent.
I think it was like a while ago, and then it felt like, now remember, I think he does it through options versus actually direct shorting. So that definitely helps him, but he's a very active investor. He's very cryptic in his tweets. Follow him on Twitter. He'll deactivate his Twitter account, then activate it again. Deactivate, then activate. He's a brilliant man who's done a great job buying stock. The question is, what's he doing now? I don't know. But he manages money for people who have to report this stuff. He can't just sit there and do it on his own. For me as an investor, I'd rather just do it on my own. Like I tell you guys, stocks I own, but I don't tell you how much of it I own, what my position size is, et cetera, because at the end of the day, to me, it's more about the process of it. And as the stock goes lower, I want to buy more shares, right? I'm down a lot on my BABA. His basis in BABA is lower than mine. And he should be happy with this. But every single week, I'm adding a few shares of BABA. It's not decreasing my basis by a lot, but it's adding more to what I think is an undervalued business, right? But don't do it just because I do. You don't have the same goals I have. You don't have the same businesses that I have that generate cash flow. I'm very active with dividends. With options. And I have a lot of money sitting in cash, a ton of money sitting in cash. So our goals aren't the same. They're not aligned. So you cannot mimic me, just like you can't mimic Michael Burry. Michael Burry doesn't mimic anybody else. If I had a $100 million portfolio, I wouldn't be investing like this. I'd be investing in big companies that I want to hold for a long period of time. This is part of it. But right now, I don't own any of these other companies. None of them. I only own 7 or 8 businesses, and they're all very, very large businesses that have staying power. That's it. I'm hoping he's trying to beat the market by, what did Burry do? He was beating the market by like double digits a year. I will never do that. It's not part of my abilities. My goal is to beat the market by a few percentage points and make options on top of that. But that's it. Look at that. Wait, oh my gosh. 3-year performance up 252%. What's the market in 3 years? Although that's COVID low, almost a COVID low. Interesting. Stock Circle is a great website to go to find who owns what. And if you look up a stock, it'll tell you who owns the stock and who does all these things. That's what I like about stockcircle.com. It's a great website. So anyways, guys, that's Michael Burry. I want everybody to focus on the fact that to learn from his process, don't mimic him. Although Mourners for Bride believes in cloning, but even with cloning, he believes in still doing your own research, but getting ideas, I think. He doesn't literally mean just buy exactly what they own.
Right.
So guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Subscribe to this channel and share this with somebody who might be interested in Michael Burry.